in a court of law.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and everyone and everything in between. Today is Tuesday, the 7th of March, 2023, the year of our dark fucking Lord. And we are, I need to adjust this.
And get closer.
It's weird and get closer. So Gretchen, my beloved co-host, is upset because the way things are situated here, I'm sitting here. I'm trying not to encroach and just like be on top of her. I don't think she wants me to sit on her lap. But I'm a good foot and a half or so back. I'm slouching. So she looks, well, I mean, we kind of look even right there.
Yeah, because you're closer now.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me see if I can scoot in a little bit more. There we go. Oh, all right. Let's go to the live looking feed.
Okay.
What?
I'm just waiting to see if you look taller now. You are
Okay.
taller than me, so you should look taller than me.
I am. Got it. We're being live streamed. Awesome sauce. Did I go actually live on this? I fucked that up. Let's try this again for the folks on Spreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today is Tuesday. So, Gretchen and I were talking before the show started, and she gave me some information that I don't know the best way to react to. I was sad, I was horrified, I was disappointed. I kind of felt like she's missing out. She has never seen the Mel Brooks classic History of the World Part 1.
That's true.
Which is the OG. It came out in 1981. It is a fantastic film, ensemble cast, beautiful writing, beautiful acting. I've never seen it.
I haven't. It's on a tab to watch now.
Okay, you watch it. You watch that.
You
And
watch
then, excuse me. And then for anyone who has never or who has seen it, I highly recommend History of the World Part 2, which came out on yesterday.
Oh, that's
which is a
right.
multi-part series written by Mel Brooks and with all the, see, that's the cool thing about a Mel Brooks film. A lot of the times the writers also are acting in it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But it's again an ensemble cast. It's got Wanda Sykes, Nick Kroll, the fuck's the guy's name? The one that played the Russian pitcher in Eastbound and Down. I don't have and I don't have my screen today, so I got to watch my plosives.
I don't have your screen.
I took the little thing that kept swatting.
Oh.
We have gnat. Okay, so the story with, because there are gnats in this office, and it's going to piss me off. In one of the other offices in here, gentleman went on vacation for several days, left food in his trash can. Apparently, when he came in today back from vacation, he opened his office door. He almost vomited on the spot. But that's why if you notice the funky smell when you walked in,
I thought it was like bleach.
it's ozone.
Oh.
I had it running in one of the other offices.
Okay,
So you
that makes
smell
sense.
the ozone.
That makes sense.
So I'm just trying to add to the ozone layer. So just doing my part. Now, ozone generators take care of the smells. But anyway, so History of the World Part 1. So you've never seen it.
I have never seen it.
I got to be careful not to make any spoilers. But
I will watch it.
it chronicles a retelling, if you will, of the history of the world according to
It sounds enjoyable.
a Jew and people.
Okay. I'm
Jews
in.
are funny.
I'm in.
But it's got Melvin Kaminsky, also known as Mel Brooks. That's his real name.
Oh.
But he and this has been talked about, the end of History of the World Part 1 for anybody who hasn't seen it. There are like coming attractions for future versions of History of the World. One of those coming attractions was Jews in Space. Has its own theme song and everything. The Jews are in space.
Is that actually on there?
It's a coming attraction at the end of the movie. There was a promo for the upcoming Jews in Space. Jews in Space actually happened. Have you ever seen Spaceballs?
I love Spaceballs.
Jews in Space.
Spaceballs, I think we just had this conversation where we're talking about, is there a Spaceballs 2?
No.
There was going to be a Spaceballs 2.
There's been talk about a Spaceballs 2, a Young Frankenstein 2, a sequel to all of those movies. And I don't think a sequel to like Blazing Saddles would be good. sequel
Didn't
to
they just
Robin
do a
Hood.
remake of that though?
What?
Blazing Saddles.
No, you could not remake that today. Absolutely not. You couldn't. Here's the problem: you couldn't make it today, and not because it has they throw around the N word like water. You can't make it today because other people will tell you you can't make a movie where you say the N word,
Okay.
but not realize like watched Blazing Saddles, not knowing anything about it. You can be like, this is racist as fuck. Like, not even 5 minutes into the movie, they had, you get the white guy calling the black guy an N word.
Yeah.
But if you watch the movie and really pay attention and then learn how it was written, why it was written, and who it was written by, it's actually completely not racist. So it's satirizing and making fun of racists. Richard Pryor was one of the writers. The original title of the film, the original concept of the film was not even a comedy. It was supposed to be telling a story of this, town that got a black sheriff. And the original working title was Black Bart.
How do you know that? How do you just, this is part of the random information,
This is
right?
random info.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also a huge, not just because I'm fat, but I look at the wires like
I
cradle
know.
on my titty.
Support and separate.
Yes. I thought you're supposed to why do they set? I thought you push them together.
Well, it's always lift and separate, but
Yeah.
I feel like you always want cleavage.
Yeah, seriously.
So lift and smoosh.
You like titty fucking? I do, but I just can't get the cum out of my chest hair. Anyway, that was fucking horrible. But so the original working title for Blazing Saddles was Black Bart. And they rewrote it. They brought in Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was supposed to star in it instead of Cleavon Little, but he was kind of unreliable and smoking crack a lot.
Yeah.
So he did not star in it, but Cleavon Little did a great job. I couldn't see a sequel being made to that. And any great old classic comedy, whether it's truly a classic or just a classic in the eyes and hearts of the people, should never fucking be remade. Revenge of the Nerds, don't fucking remake it.
I think that would be so good.
They were talking about remaking The Princess Bride.
So I can see remaking things just because.
You got it. The
Listen,
pickup. It's
I'm
in the
close.
front. The problem is when you go from the side, the mic it picks it up right dead center. You want to
Literally
speak
touching my mouth.
You want to speak into the pee hole.
Okay, is that
Speak
better?
into the pee. Yes. So, what was I saying? I forgot. Because I was telling you to speak.
Revenge.
Revenge. Oh, The Princess Bride. So, Carrie Elwes, who was the star of The Princess Bride, he played Wesley, also known as Dread Pirate Roberts. He got on social media and he was like, "Do not fucking remake that movie. That is a perfect movie. Do not fuck with it." And he's right. He's absolutely.
I disagree. I like remakes. I do.
No. Remakes of songs. Okay.
Yes.
Give me a remade movie that was better. I'll wait.
Well, I don't have anything.
Because there is none.
Well, no, but I think what was a classic for us, for our kids, for younger generations is becoming a classic for them.
You know what? There actually are a few remakes that are better than the original. Ocean's 11. The original was great. Original was great.
Yeah.
Rat Pack.
That was good.
Rat Pack movie.
Mhm.
But I do want the Ocean's 11 with Brad Pitt and what's the other fucking pretty boy's
George
name?
Clooney.
George Clooney.
What?
I'm fucking-
Of all the things that you could forget.
Julia Roberts in it.
I know.
I know that name. I just get sometimes
It's
names
just the men.
just the men. But that remake is one of my favorite movies. That's a movie
It
for
is so
some
good.
fucking reason.
Yeah.
I can watch over and over again. And
They're relatable to you now, right? Like that generation, you relate more to those people.
well, probably because I spent a long time robbing Las Vegas casinos.
Maybe that's
No, I
it.
didn't. I wish shit. If I was successfully robbing Las Vegas casinos, I would not be doing the well, I'd probably be doing this, but I'd probably have a bigger audience. But anyway, so I can't think of too many movies. Scarface was a kind of remake.
A remake of what?
A movie Scarface.
Scarface is a remake of Scarface.
Scarface is a remake.
I didn't know
The
that.
story's a little bit different. Obviously, the actors are different because you got all Italians playing Cubans.
Okay.
Except for Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi get the yayo. Angel Salazar, hell of a nice guy. But there are very few remakes that are successful. Sequels, prequels, if they're done right. I mean, you could look at the Star Wars films, which I can't say shit about because I've seen the first one, meaning the first one that came out, which was like movie number 4. Like it started at number 4. I saw that one. I
I don't know
saw
where it started, but it's weird.
I saw the Return of the Jedi Return of the. I've seen that one. I'm not into those.
I'm not into them either, but I had brothers.
So may the
I've seen
force
them
be
all.
with you.
May the 4th.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
We're
you know,
coming up on it.
live long and perspire.
We live in Florida.
Yeah. Fucking- last night, for some reason, I woke up, my pillow was soaked. Like sweat soaked. Could be menopause. Like menopause, mental pause. What's the difference? So anyway, what I'm getting at is, so they talked about doing this History of the World Part 2, which, if you really think about it, it needed to happen because the stories, it's basically a collection of vignettes, if you will, sketches, chronicling some key moments in the history of the world. But I mean, hey, since that movie came out, so much shit's happened. But since that movie ended with Jesus, so you needed something like after the time of Jesus.
I may have seen it.
You pop Gregory Hines, Madeline
Yeah.
Kahn,
You
Dom
can keep saying-
DeLuise.
Keep saying, that sounds familiar.
Wait, you don't know any of those names?
I would not be able to I would just not be able to come up with them like you just did.
Gregory Hines, black guy, tap dancer, phenomenal actor. Madeline Kahn, probably one of the funniest women ever to walk this fucking earth.
Okay.
Did you see Young Frankenstein?
Yes.
Okay. Madeline Kahn played Dr. Frankenstein's fiance.
Mm.
Not the cute assistant. That was Terry Garr. And Terry Garr can still get it. Just saying, she can still get it.
No, you're not.
Marty
ringing any
Feldman,
bells.
no?
No, you're not ringing any bells.
All right. So History of the World Part 1, phenomenal, well written, well acted, brilliant. But it really, that of all his films, that one truly needed a sequel. Because from the time of Jesus to now, so much shit happened. From when the movie came out in 1981, so much shit has happened. So it needed an update. And Hulu is releasing 2 episodes per night, the 30-minute episodes. Fucking brilliant.
Okay. That's
Fucking
what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch those
And-
first and then the first one.
What was an added bonus is when you're watching it and you see a friend of yours in the fucking show. That was cool.
Like your friend
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
a friend? Okay.
So I'm friends with Preston Lacey from MTV's Jackass. And they did they participated in a skit where Johnny Knoxville was Rasputin, the Mad Monk. You know who Rasputin
Yes.
is? Okay. And it was fucking brilliant. So I had to pause it. I took a picture of the screen. I sent the message. I'm like, you motherfucker, you were in that. Oh, Brooks. But so definitely check that out. I saw the first 2 episodes yesterday. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest. So awesome seeing you in that, Preston. You're not watching this, but I'm going to fucking thank you publicly anyway, because I love you. But it came to a conversation with my son and my wife about, like, you know, the concept of 6 degrees of separation,
Yeah.
or 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
My son started, like, we were talking. He's like, you know, and my kids know I know some famous people and met plenty of famous people, but they were like going through, like, you know, how are you connected to so and so, and it was really cool. But have you ever stopped and thought about that, like how you could be how you're connected to other people?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the weirdest connection you can make in the shortest amount of time? Not considering somebody you've met, like 2 steps craziness.
I don't think I have any, but just like the hometown stuff more for me. Like who you never knew each other. And now you're like,
Like
oh,
small world type shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool. I had a really wild experience with that. What do you got crazy story wise? I'll tell you my crazy story in a minute. But
no,
yeah,
it's not
what?
crazy.
No?
No, it's just like mind blowing from like, oh, like my brother's best friend ended up with somebody that's like my age that I didn't even know that they knew one another, but they're married,
Okay.
which is so weird to me.
Okay.
But that's like small town living, right?
Yeah.
So I'm from a small town.
Yeah.
Originally not.
She's from Pigs Dick, Arkansas.
Mhm. I am. So there's like 150 people in Pig's Dick.
Wow. That is a small Pigs Dick. So here's my, and this one blew my mind when I fucking heard it. And I may have told this before. I know I've told the story a lot, but it was kind of cool. So many moons ago, I was hiring some individuals for a business I ran. And I hired this one kid who came. I hired like a bunch of guys that knew each other at the same time, and they were all great people. Still friends with all of them to this day. But I forget why. But I think like they, after he worked for me for a few months, he friend requested me on Facebook. So whatever. And like, it was like it suggested someone as a you should be friends with this person because mutual friends. And the two mutual friends that this woman had was my wife and this guy. Like, I hired this guy here in Florida. We're from New York. Like, and the person that he knew was a friend, my wife's best friend from New York, who's a romance author. I'm like, there's no fucking way this kid reads romance novels. So that's out the fucking door. So I call him up. I'm like, dude, how do you know this woman? He's like, that's my aunt. I'm like how, like aunt, like your mom or your dad's sibling? Yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, that's my mom's sister.
You're like, that's crazy.
Like, that's fucking crazy because my wife is her best friend.
Yeah.
Like, they grew up together. His mom grew up right around the block from my wife in New York.
Yeah.
And now he's living here. It's like fucking wild.
I had a sales rep for one of the companies that I worked for, and same thing, friend requested me, and I was like, we have mutual. What the? I'm from Ohio. He's from Florida. How does he have a mutual from Ohio?
Weird.
He just met her at like a party, which is even weirder.
I had what was cool about this, talking about, he's like, I'm like, dude, my wife's been in your mom's house, like in the house your mom grew up in while your mom was, it's like fucking mind blowing. What also got me with I just lost my fucking train of thought. I'm not even stoned. This is terrible.
It's the booze.
It has to be. It has to be. This is not ice cold water out of the water fed. This is a fucking whole cup of vodka.
Pure, straight rubbing alcohol.
But can you think of any celebrities that you like connected to?
That I'm connected to?
Yeah, like
my uncle went to school with Brian Dennehy. I mean, that's like the.
I don't know if that's like something to brag about. Brian Dennehy was great.
I mean, they played football together.
Okay.
It's Tommy Boy. Can't be mad at that.
He was a legend.
And Cocoon. No, I'm just kidding.
Brian Dennehy was in Cocoon.
Yeah.
You ready for this shit?
I'm ready.
Do you know how old Wilford Brimley? You know who Wilford Brimley is?
No, but I saw him in McAllister's last week.
You saw Wilford Brimley in McAllister's Deli last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's dead, right?
I know.
Do you know why? You know how he died?
Diabetes.
You can get your diabetes testing supplies at Liberty Mutual, Liberty Medical.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard the Happy Diabetes song?
No.
You're gonna learn. I should be able to play it through here.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is it. It should play. May have an advertisement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Liberty Medical Happy Diabetes song. I eat ice cream all through the night, all through the night, all through the night. I eat ice cream all through the night, and as a result, I got diabetes. If you want diabetes, eat ice cream. If you want diabetes, eat apple pie. I eat ice cream all through the night, all through the night, all through the night. I eat ice cream all through the night, and as a result, I'm gonna die.
Hey, want to eat an Octorok?
Not interested. I got diabetes.
That's easy. Go
fuck that horse. I'm eating ice cream. After you get diabetes, eat baldy ice cream. I will eat baldy ice cream.
It came out. Oh shit.
Like, it's still relevant now. Like, people still.
Steven, diabetes. What's funny is in that song, he says one of my favorite lines: "Go fuck a horse." The guy says, "Why don't you lose weight?" He says, "Go fuck a horse." I love that. But anyway, so Wilford Brimley, I believe when they made Cocoon, have you ever seen Cocoon? You've seen it?
Yes.
You know how old Wilford Brimley was? The old
No.
man. He was like in his
61.
no, he was like in his early 50s.
Stop.
No, dead serious. Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I love Lethal Weapon.
The line Danny Glover keeps saying it was his last day
Too
on the
old for
job.
this
I'm
shit.
too old for this
Yeah.
shit. He was in his 40s.
I did know that.
Yeah, that's
But
some
he
bullshit.
looked way older.
That's some bullshit. I'm 45. I'm too old for this shit.
Well, now you know his feeling.
It's true. That is true.
Super
So-
relatable.
So what's crazy is, Stephen, while you're listening, give me a celebrity, any celebrity, politician, give me a famous person. I can guarantee you I can connect myself to them in less than 6 steps. Or 6 steps or less. Okay, you got somebody?
No.
Think of somebody famous. Give me somebody, anybody.
I mean-
somebody obscure.
I mean, immediately my heart goes to like the Queen Oprah.
It's actually not going to be that long of a chain. It's gonna
I ate
disappoint
in a
you.
restaurant that she ate in. That's all I've got.
Okay.
Also, Martha.
Okay.
Stewart.
Like at the same time that she was there.
No.
Okay, so it just happened to be it was a
Yeah.
restaurant she ate.
Mhm, mhm.
That's like you go to a hotel and it was a sign like George
Yeah.
Washington slept there.
Mhm.
Oprah. See, now here's the thing: like Oprah has met so many famous people. Would you think that Britney Spears has met Oprah?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, Britney Spears is ridden in the
Oh,
back of my
that's true.
Jeep. So yeah,
That's true.
there you go. That there's a one stepper. Who else you got?
Cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool,
give me
cool,
somebody.
cool. That's not even fun.
My my son was like, what was it, fucking like Stalin, not Stalin, fucking Mussolini. It's like Benito Mussolini. I'm like, well, Mussolini has met Churchill. Churchill has met Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher has met Ronald Reagan. My father met Ronald Reagan. I know my father. It was 1891 Sicily. Let me tell you, man. That's sometimes the way I feel. Estelle Getty. That one should be pretty fucking easy. It's gonna obviously come through the Golden Girls. Those are a little tougher to think back because I got to think of other things she's been in. I think she did. Well, she's been on Regis. Met Regis. She's done a show at Regis. I met Regis. Like I've met so many fucking celebrities, and I've like met some obscure celebrities. And I've met celebrities in weird fucking places.
Okay.
It's crazy. Estelle Getty.
Who was what? How old was she when she was playing Sophia?
She was the second. I always thought that she was the youngest. She was the second youngest. Did we do this last week?
Yes, we did.
Well, it seemed like it was yesterday. The weeks just fly by.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's great. Like how the world is connected. It's fucking crazy.
Like how small it actually is.
Yeah.
But you don't feel like that when you're like driving down the street in Tampa, right?
No,
It's those
definitely not
weird,
the
like-
fucking traffic. I was
Right.
sitting and coming here today, taking an hour and a half for a 45-minute ride. That was some bullshit.
Traffic's been bad. It's been
Been
bad.
hella bad.
Construction. That's why.
No, it's assholes that don't know how to fucking drive.
And construction.
No, it's assholes that don't know how to fucking drive. Because if you know how to fucking drive, the construction's irrelevant.
No, but when you take the road down into one, it's gonna back you up.
Not if people know how to fucking drive. It'll
Well-
slow you down a little bit. But there is
The zipper
zero
effect.
reason. But if you do the fucking zipper and people aren't cunts, traffic will flow. It'll slow down, but it won't come to a stop. The problem is there's always that dick that's got to try and race up and then cut in front and stop and everything so stops.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do the smooth zipper, it will go.
The little zipper. I like that.
Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Let me see. I met him in New York City. One step.
All right. This is fun.
If you want,
This is fun.
if you want me to connect it multiple, I'm friends with a guy named Kevin Goatee. Kevin Goatee regularly has lunch with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. You want me to give another step? Kevin Goatee is friends with a guy named Ron Barba, who regularly has lunch with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. He was a king of fucking dirty one-liners. Oh my God. I love Jackie.
This is fun.
He's kind of a dick, but he's good at what he does, and he has the attitude to back that up, and that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, but when you think about how small the world is,
Yeah.
there's but here's what's crazy. Is it 2000? 1993 or maybe no, maybe 1999. I got to look. I need the actual factual. Because if I don't have the facts, and somebody's gonna be like correcting me, like you got it wrong. I'm like, I was fucking closer than you were. I'm fucking guessing.
I mean, 99 and 2003 are very close together.
Yeah, but I want to be accurate.
Okay. Hit me.
So November of 2000. I was close. I was in the middle.
It was right in the middle.
Right in the middle. November of 2000 is the last time all humans were on the surface of the earth. Because since November of 2000, the International Space Station has constantly been occupied.
That's crazy.
So that is November of 2000. We took it 23 fucking almost 23 years ago, 22 years ago,
Wow.
is the last time that all humans were inside the atmosphere of the earth.
I was definitely going a different route.
What were you thinking? You're thinking something filthy, weren't you?
Like buried or something. I don't know. I definitely wasn't thinking outer space. That's crazy.
Hey, my sister just texted. Okay, so the first History of the World, laughed. Holy fuck, I laughed my ass off. Highly recommended. Resounding endorsement.
Okay.
But yeah, so November of 2000 was the last time that all humans were within the Earth's atmosphere at the same time.
It's like a whole adult right there.
No shit. That somebody born that day would be able to
Drinking
drink.
age.
Yeah. Now here's something else. There was a picture that Michael Collins took on the Apollo 11 mission. That when you look at the picture, that picture contains every human that ever lived up until that point, except for 3.
Who was up in there? Like the people that were up in
The people
there.
that were up there. I didn't fart. That was my shoe against the thing.
He's like,
Uh,
it smells.
Oh, trust me. If I'm gonna fart, you're gonna fucking know it. And I will admit, I don't shy away from farting. I will be like, I farted. Enjoy the stink. But yeah, the Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong were on the moon.
Yeah.
And Michael Collins was in the capsule. He took a picture of the Earth, that blue marble picture that's so famous.
Yeah.
That's every human that ever lived except for 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a small world.
It is. It is though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what other movies? What other great movies haven't you seen?
Well, I feel like you need to just put a list together and then I just start slowly getting through them.
Okay. You need to watch every Mel Brooks movie.
Not
Period.
gonna happen. No.
What?
No.
What? Why not?
That's a lot. And I feel like
Okay, I'll narrow it down a little bit.
History of the World.
High Anxiety, History of the World, Blazing Saddles. Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
Mhm.
Okay, so you don't need to watch that one again. I mean, I'd watch it again. Definitely watch it again. You said you've seen Spaceballs.
Love Spaceballs.
You've seen Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I have.
Okay. Have you seen High Anxiety?
No.
Watch that one.
Okay.
Have you seen The Producers, the original with Zero Mostel and
No.
Gene Wilder? Watch that one. It's better
I'm a
than
huge
the
Gene
snake.
Wilder fan.
Oh,
I'm not.
what?
I'm not. I find him to be
fuck?
really creepy.
No, he was
I don't know.
brilliant.
Brilliant or not, I just get like,
I mean, he was weird, but
yeah.
he was married to Gilda Radner. It's the greatest love story ever.
Are you trying to convince me to like him because he was married
Yes.
to someone?
Because he was married to Gilda fucking Radner.
No.
I'll take the Irish. What the hell was the line? I'm not even going to say it because I'm going to get canceled. We'll take the N words and the C words, but not the Irish. Prairie shit. Everybody. Prairie shit. Prairie shit. One movie, my absolute favorite, all favorite Mel Brooks movie, which is an unpopular opinion, but you all can suck my dick. The Silent Movie.
Is it actually silent though?
Yes.
Oh no, thank you.
Oh, it's great though. So The Producers, if you've never seen The Producers, is a movie about a play. Well, it was actually a play about the making of a play. And the name of that play was Springtime for Hitler. They were
I didn't know that.
intentionally trying to make the worst play ever. So The Silent Movie is a silent movie about the making of a silent movie. There is there is a line spoken. Do you know who Marcel Marceau is?
Mhm.
He's the only one with a speaking role.
That's ironic.
That's the whole point.
Okay.
That's what comedy is. It's a misdirection followed by a surprise. But again, it had an ensemble cast. Burt Reynolds, James Caan, the starring in it was Mel Brooks, Dom DeLuise, Marty Feldman. But it was just so well done. And when you first start watching it, like, all right, this is weird because it's a silent movie, but you get used to it, and it's so good.
Do you feel like people who, like, you're just naming these people, everybody knows Burt Reynolds, right? Like, everybody knows that. There are classic actors that are classic. Can you see people who are actors now being those classic people for future generations? Does that make sense?
Nope. No, well, it makes sense. Do I see that? Absolutely not.
Right.
There are some actors that will come along in modern times that are that great. But
Yeah.
back then, see, the big difference is back then in the early days of film, you needed to be able to act, you need to be able to sing, you need to be able to dance, you need to be able to
More
pull off,
well-rounded.
you need to be able to pull off comedy, drama, you need to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
Nowadays, all you have to do is be skinny and pretty. That's it.
Right.
That is
Like,
all
if
you
you
fucking
read
need.
the headlines and you're like, oh, this person, and I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
Buster Keaton. Have you ever heard the name Buster
Yeah.
Keaton? Buster Keaton was a famous silent movie star. He wrote, acted in, directed, and did his own fucking stunts. And I'm not talking about, CGI that they dressed up. Like, this fucking guy would hang on the front of a fucking train, like a real fucking train. No OSHA, no safety harness, none of that shit. Like, there's one of his most famous ones. He's standing in front of a building, and the whole front wall of the building, of this 2-story building, the whole front of it falls. And when it falls, he's standing where a window is. So the whole thing falls down, and he's still standing there. It didn't hit him. Like, if you miscalculate that,
Yeah.
you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like, the chance of death back then was real. But he was an amazing actor, and to this day, people know his name. I named off some what I would consider classic, amazing actors who were well-rounded, and you had no idea who they were.
Yeah.
Madeline Kahn, funny. She had some dramatic roles. She could sing, she could dance, she was pretty. But that caliber is, very
It's
few
like-
and far between
yeah.
these days. I could say, George Clooney
Mhm.
could pull it off. Brad Pitt could pull it off. I would say probably one of the best actors, despite whether or not he has ties to fucking sex trafficking, pedophilia, whatever, is Tom Hanks. Tom
used to love
Hanks
him.
is an amazing actor. He started out in comedy. He did some serious roles. Forrest Gump was absolutely amazing. Saving Private Ryan. I almost said Saving Ryan's Privates.
That's a different show.
Completely different. It's a completely different documentary, and I've seen it. It is fantastic. Well, that was in my head because my son Raj made a fucking reference this morning to no, it was last night to Pump Friction. Oh, that was because he wanted to connect me to Samuel L. Jackson, which is, believe it or not, shorter than you think. Tim Roth stayed in my hotel once. Tim Roth was in Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson.
That's two.
Yeah, Tim Roth is fucking awesome. Very nice guy.
He seems like he would be.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
He was chill. And what's funny is, like, I'm like, man, I'm like, I don't fangirl over celebrities. I really don't. But I'm like, man, you were fucking awesome in Pulp Fiction. And he was cool. He's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm like, I did.
Good. Good.
Pumpkin
glad
and
that you
Honey
enjoyed it.
Bunny. It was good.
What?
Pumpkin and Honey Bunny. That was their name. They robbed the diner.
That's what he said to you?
No, that was their characters' names. He
What
was.
did he say to you? I thought you said
Oh no, he said that. He said, I'm glad
Oh.
you enjoyed it. But no, it was.
Okay.
He was Pumpkin and she was Honey Bunny.
Okay. That's what I thought you were saying
Yeah.
he said to you.
No, why would he call me
Like,
Honey Bunny?
that's-
That'd be fucking
I
weird.
know.
I would
Now you
really.
can see my confusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
What he called me later on that night.
So you know him so well.
Well, but yeah. So yeah, that was that. Oh, some big news, not so good news. The boy did not get into Florida State University. I didn't tell you that.
No.
Oh yeah, he didn't get in. They gave, yeah, I've been fucking busy. I'm sorry. They gave him the old rejection this past Saturday. He got it.
Oh,
Kind of expected because his grades were dog shit. He is a phenomenal musician. He's absolutely talented, but he's not a very good student. So
Yeah.
you need grades to get into college, and he didn't have them. And I told him,
was
like,
he super bummed?
sort of. I mean, he really had his heart set on it, and he'll go there eventually. His backup plan is his backup plan. He wants to go to local community college, get his associates, and then
I really think that is just the answer now. Like, it makes so much sense.
now
It just makes so much sense.
Now, this is going to make me sound like a shitty parent, and it kind of does. Part of me is glad he didn't get in,
Okay.
mainly
Because there's a
because
little
of
bit of a struggle.
that. To me, to know, you can't know success without knowing failure. But also the biggest reason is because I'm ready for that kind of bill yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, college is crazy.
No shit.
I know.
But he texted me, and he was really cute when he texted me. And he was out with his friends, probably getting high, because that's what kids do these days.
It is not all kids.
So he sent me a text message at almost 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and he said, I didn't get into FSU, with a crying face emoji. And he said in parentheses, I was definitely expecting that. So he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
So I said, damn sorry, bud. He's like, it's all good. I said, full steam on plan B. I knew what his backup plan was, which was not actually to make him go bye-bye with a plan B. I'm not that fucked up. It's horrible.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
It is terrible.
Terrible is when I remind him that it's not too late for me to kill him with a coat hanger.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It is hilarious, though. It's hilarious. But anyway, so what I texted him, there's a challenge coin that me and my guys usually carry in our gear. And there was a online internet comic strip kind of thing called Schlock Mercenary. And they sold challenge coins. There was this list of 70 maxims for maximally effective mercenaries. But Maxim 70 is the most important. And I have a challenge coin with Maxim 70 written on it. And it says, Maxim 70, failure is not an option. It's mandatory. The option is whether or not you let failure be the last thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah.
is some fucking words.
Yeah.
So his response was true shit, cuz fucking kids.
I just give you this heartfelt, like, pump you up speech, and you're like, yeah, cool, bro.
Cool, bro. He was like, yeah, cool story, boomer. I'm like, I'm not a fucking boomer, man. Gen X like a motherfucker.
That's
but-
actually funny.
But the whole thing of not letting failure be the last thing you do is something that I think if he's smart and learns this lesson, that he fucked up, he can correct it. He's still in a position where he can correct it. He can go to the local community college. He can participate with the USF marching band and still be involved in music. One of the benefits to not going away to college yet is him and his friends were going to form a jazz band, because he's a fantastic jazz musician. And now he's not going to be leaving. Only one of the group is going to be leaving right now. So they'll be able to get their jazz band together and do gigs and hopefully find some happiness and success with that. But I told him, don't stop at doing one thing. You need to be diverse. You need to have skills aside from just one thing. You need to be able to do
Mhm.
many things and be good at many things. And the more you're good at, the more essentially valuable you are. There's actually at Disney World. This is going to get a little deep, people. So
Just know I'm riding a thin line on my emotions. So if you're getting super deep,
it's going to be kind of that
okay.
deep. So at Carnegie Mellon University, there was a lecture series that they had titled The Last Lecture. And the concept of it was, what would your last, what lecture would be your legacy? If you had to break it down into one 90-minute, 30-minute, whatever amount of time lecture, what would be the words you want to convey to everybody you want to be remembered by? And they did it for a long time. Then they actually renamed it. And they renamed it at the worst time, because the First person under the new series name was a gentleman named Dr. Randy Pausch. Dr. Pausch was a computer scientist who was a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. Prior to him being selected to do this speech, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. When he made the speech, he was still in good shape. He was still robust and somewhat healthy, aside from the fact that he had pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately that's not anything that can be cured. So it is unfortunately a slow death sentence. But he made this speech, and the name of the series was renamed to Really Achieving Your Childhood Dreams. And you can look this speech up. It's on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing to listen to his stories. But one of the childhood dreams he had was to become an Imagineer for Disney. And through his work with Carnegie Mellon and the computer science, he was able to work on a Disney project, which is fucking awesome. Disney commemorated his work and his life by placing a leaf at the teacup ride that was a quote from his speech. And the quote is, "Be good at something because it makes you valuable. Have something to bring to the table because it will make you more welcome." And that's what I told Raj. I'm like, you need to have diversity. You don't just be somebody who plays the saxophone. Be more than that. Be excellent at playing the saxophone, but you need to be more than just that one thing. I said, look at me. I'm kind of funny. I'm somewhat good looking.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Kind of funny. But that's the thing. And by the way, I got my goatee going, and there's a lot of fucking gray hair in this, and it's really pissing
Which
me
is
off.
desirable.
You think so?
Yeah. No, I think
I'm
women
gonna turn
love
into a
it.
silver fox.
Yeah. Keep it going.
It's hiding my double chin. Somebody asked, well, why'd you grow it? I'm like, because my fucking double chin's pissing me off.
The gray hair is for men
Yeah.
super attractive. For women, it's not the same.
I don't know. Like I know a few women who are actually like dark, like black haired, and they have some
Like
grays in there.
salt
It
and
looks
pepper.
really
Well, that's
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's not desirable. It makes you more like old lady, like mother, grandmother, not like a sex pot.
I don't know. Nicole, who was in here a few weeks ago, she's like that, black hair with the whole. She got actually a lot of gray,
I love it.
and she shake her ass something silly. I love her though.
I think
clever.
anything that is just natural is the most attractive. Yeah. Right.
A lot of beard beats. My dad said, if you have a nice tool, build a roof over it. And this one's got a skylight.
Oh.
Fucking terrible. Hey, I've been saying this since I was in high school. All right. All these fucking muscle heads with their 6-pack abs. You go to a party and all they have is a 6-pack. Is that cool?
No.
If they have a keg, how's that?
I mean, decent.
Thanks for just shitting on it. Okay. Thanks. I'd rather have a keg than a 6-pack. Tap it up.
I'm still back on the build a roof.
Yeah, you stuck on that one? Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
It's kind of overkill. It's probably like the it would be the roofing equivalent of pulling a little Tonka truck with a 18-wheeler flatbed. Big roof. Irish.
Okay. I mean, you've got kids, so it works. That's ultimately.
I have kids. Not sure if they're mine or not.
Stop.
I mean, shit was crazy back then. Be thankful they're not a goat. Shit. What? That was good. I couldn't resist it.
Okay. So, packages, goats, college. We're on a roll.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
So what's new other than that?
Work shit and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to talk about.
It's a full moon tonight.
Okay.
Last full moon
So
of the winter.
So that explains why
Traffic.
everybody's fucking all
Yeah.
in. Yeah. I don't believe in any of that shit, by the way.
Yeah.
I think people are crazy and stupid, no matter what the phase of the moon is.
I don't know.
What the moon does affect.
Babies.
No. the
Werewolf?
tides,
Mhm.
because that's a fucking scientific proven fact. None of that astrology should have. I don't believe that. Do you
I
believe
feel
in
like it's-
ghosts?
I do.
Yeah,
Mhm. You asked
Like-
that
because I don't.
ever?
Never. But I can tell you this: if I became a ghost, I could guarantee you that anytime somebody yawned, I'd stick my ghost wiener in out,
They'd be
I
like,
would.
"Who's that?"
and I'd be like, "That was me." You know, what I just
Yeah.
noticed. Got this nice tan going on. Fucking paste. Look at how fucking white I am.
I'm darker than you. No, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't walk around. I don't.
Listen, I'm sitting
sleeveless.
in office. Although this weekend I did get
Yeah. See. I wear shirts all the time. This arms too.
You fold them up. Fold the sleeves up.
No, I don't like doing that.
Why?
Because I got flabby. arms.
So
I gotta go to the gym. I start going back to the gym.
tan,
I got big
Tan-
wings. All right.
listen, tan and flabby is okay.
All right. Duly noted.
Yeah.
Duly. See, the problem is though, if I go to the beach and I don't wear a shirt, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get like sunburnt, and
Just
right under
wear
my man
sunscreen.
titties are gonna get fucking bright, I'm gonna like bright white spots under my man titties.
You self tanner.
I ain't got no time for that crap.
Do you sleep at night?
Yes,
You can sleep in it. Put it on before bed.
I fucking hate having lotion on.
It's not lotion. It's self tanner.
It's fucking lotion.
It's not.
It's a lotion of
It
some
feels
sort.
different.
Like, how does it feel?
It feels slightly sticky.
It's the exact fucking thing I want to avoid.
But I have, like, you can tell. Well, no, you can't. But I self tan.
Okay,
I did last week.
I didn't.
I did.
I get my
And then got sunburned on top
yeah.
of
I
it.
got, I got my sun from the sun. I
Do you
had
wear
a couple years.
sunscreen?
No.
How old are you?
Old,
Old enough to know better?
well, young enough to do it, old enough to know better.
You should be wearing sunscreen
Why?
because you live in Florida.
Okay.
Because you're outside.
Okay.
Because you live in Florida, and you need to be like SPF 15 all the time.
I have a lot of melanin in my skin. If I'm in the sun, like I'm not in the sun as often as you
Well,
think.
I just saw your arm. You don't have any.
Because that doesn't go in the sun. But like everything that's exposed, like through the summer, the more I'm in the, I'll just get darker and darker and darker till I'm almost black.
Okay. We'll take pictures at the beginning.
And then I
of the
take my
season.
shirt off and it's like I look like a black guy with a white t-shirt on. That's what happens.
Why don't you take your shirt off more often?
Because I'm always working.
So wear a tank top.
I can't.
I'm a
corporate
problem
look.
solver.
I have the corporate look. I have to.
Could you buy the
maintain.
SPF t-shirts with your company logo on them? So it's like wearing sunscreen, but you're being exposed to the sun.
You have to wear polos because we need collars. when we're
Right.
working.
But they don't sell those?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either, but I feel like
Yeah.
they should.
I mean, I just finally last year made the step from cotton to dry fit.
I hate dry fit.
I didn't like it at first. I didn't
It
like it
might
at first.
wash
but-
up nice, but texturally touching it, it like makes my fingers want to throw up.
Okay, I can get that, but I can tell you this though, it does breathe better than a cotton shirt. It stays cooler than a cotton shirt.
I can get
And I'm a
all of that.
fucking sweater. Like I fucking sweat like a motherfucker.
Do you put a t-shirt on under it?
No.
Just the dry fit,
Just dry fit,
raw dog in it.
raw dog in it. Of course. You know,
Yeah.
two things in this world I don't fuck with: rattlesnakes and condoms.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I actually I've gotten to like the dry fit. The only thing I need to do is make sure I gotta get a pocket on it because I put stuff in,
Oh yeah.
like screw if I'm doing something, I put screws in there.
There's not a pocket in it.
Not the ones I have now
Mm,
because I didn't pay attention to that shit and didn't buy fucking shirts with pockets. But
They're
I'm
cargo
placing a new
shorts.
order. What?
We're cargo shorts.
But it's so much like when my hands are full. Like if I always have stuff in my pockets because I don't carry a purse, so I always got like
You
my
should
wallet
carry
on
a
one
purse.
side, my keys in the other side.
You should have a fanny pack.
I should.
Yeah,
Should.
seriously.
You know what the problem with that is? Same reason why when I was working in a position where I needed a belt with many tools on it, I couldn't wear a
Tool belt.
belt. I couldn't wear a belt with many tools on it. Well, different kind of tools. I couldn't, like, everything had to be on my vest. Because I do not have what they call an ass and my fucking pants fall down.
But you can crossbody it. That's actually what's in style.
I love when women wear bags because the strap always goes between their titties. And the reason why I'm not going to wear something crossbody is because it's going to go between my titties. And I can't have that. I mean, I got
But they're
myself.
thick straps, so it might not.
They're thick titties. Oh, shit. I mean, they're thick.
Okay. So no fanny pack.
Oh, fanny pack. I would wear one like I have in the past. I'm not ashamed to admit that back in the day, I have worn a fanny pack.
Everyone has.
I know.
I just bought one to wear crossbody, and I feel like it separates my boobs.
I wore it I had one in the 80s, and then I had one in the 90s. They were
Wow.
handy. They were handy. Yeah, I'm old. They were handy, like going to theme parks and shit.
Yeah.
They were very handy. But no, I mean, I don't carry much. I carry my keys. I carry my wallet. That's
Right. So cargo shorts should work.
I know, but like little screws as you're doing something. Like if I put it in my regular pockets or any of the other pockets, it gets lost. But it's just easier
So why would you just put it in like this pocket?
because it's easier to just go like this. Because I like to grab my nipple and do it.
Oh, a little tease during the day.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You know, just keep
To
burning.
each their own.
That's it. Everybody dunks that Oreo cookie in a different way, my friends.
How do you? Twist, dunk, fork.
The fork thing is funny. I think it's fucking amusing. So if I'm dunking my Oreo cookie, raw dog, just right
Same.
in.
Same.
But I dunk it in. I don't dunk it and then eat it. I dunk it in and I put my fingers in there so the milk is just barely touching my fingers.
Yep.
And I can feel the capillary action pulling it up. And I hold it there, hold it there, and then I eat it. Fill it
So
with some
super
mush.
smush. Mm-mm.
You want to have my kids eat Oreos?
Yeah.
They take a cup of milk, they crumble them up into the fucking milk, and then just eat it with a spoon.
That's monstrous.
That's why my kids are fucking fat. I mean, you're gonna try that now,
It's-
though, aren't you?
No, I'm never going to. Why
No,
wouldn't you just blend it up and make it into milk?
because they like crushing it up and
Ugh.
whatever.
I'm a dunk
Okay. Now, if I don't have milk,
smushy part.
now if I don't have milk, like if I just like grab like 2 or 3 Oreos, I'm sitting down watching TV. Twist. I don't.
Lick.
I either lick.
Lick it. I knew it.
I either lick it or I'll use my teeth and scrape it off. But
Okay.
and the golden double stuffed Oreos do this the best. If you pop them apart just right, it separates and it separates fully from one cookie, kind of starts separating from the other. So kind of just take my tongue and just pull it off. Like, you don't have to like lick it off. It just like separates from the cookie.
Yeah.
And then I put the 2 halves together.
What's your favorite flavor Oreo?
Okay, so they just came back out, or I don't know if they came back out with them. So OG, but I prefer double stuffed to the true OG. But like the regular double stuffed Oreos, those are the standard,
Yes.
the basic.
Yeah.
They're good. The golden ones are good. I've tried a couple of the other flavors, but they have like these fudge covered ones
Yes.
that are
Go on.
amazeballs.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
They do a mint one at like Christmas time.
Yep.
Bro.
Well, that's the one that's got like peppermint candy
Mm.
in it. They also have a mint one that's like the peppermint, like cream de mint type Andes mint.
Yeah.
We've
Mhm.
talked about the Andes mints. Oh, I
Yeah,
want
that's
some.
delicious.
I want
Those are
some
good.
now.
Now I want. Why do you do this? I was gonna bring Cinnabon today and make you try it.
Nope, don't do it. Do not do
you.
it. Don't do it. Because here's the thing, like
Take you fucking
if
bite
you
in that
bring it,
middle.
if you bring it, I won't be able to say no. Like
That's the plan.
I
I know.
do not consent. Consent is a thing. And you're like, she raped me with a Cinnabon,
No, just
and I liked it.
I mean, I don't think you would like go back out for it. I just feel like it's a life experience you need to have.
There's other
Have your
life
kids had them?
Of course,
Okay.
I would. I'm not
Okay.
going to deny
Okay.
it. I'm not.
Okay.
But like
And you
we'll
didn't lick
stop.
it?
No,
You weren't like, just give me the daddy tax.
no,
Okay.
no. And we'll go like we stop at, I forget which one of the New Jersey rest areas, and they have a Cinnabon, and you got to walk past
Yeah.
Cinnabon to get to the fucking bathroom. And I'll walk past. It smells good. It smells so good. I've gotten
Is
like
there one in the Brandon Mall?
probably, I don't know.
Bruh.
Okay. So I have lived not too far from the Brandon Mall for the past 11 years. Do you want to know how many times I've been to the
Have
brand?
you
Do you,
been in?
do you know when the last time I'm trying to think of the last time when I was in the actual mall. Now, I'm not counting Dick's because it has an outside entrance and
I'm not counting
Books a
them either.
Million. I'm not counting Dick's, but there's a lot of them. And Books a Million, which was a pretty cool store. I didn't know it existed until this past Christmas. But those stores have their own outside entrances, so I don't consider that going into the mall.
Okay.
I have not been in the mall in at least 5 years, if
Okay.
not longer.
Mine's not that long.
Okay. I don't go to malls. Sorry. I worked in malls for a very long time. I fucking hate malls. So I don't go to them.
Well, Cinnabon next week.
No. Don't. No. You can bring them crumble cookies you keep sending
Oh, I
pictures
know.
of.
I
Like,
know.
I've never had those either.
I don't know what the flavors are this week.
See,
Last week's were
I've
kinda
never had
gross.
I've never had crumble cookies, but then again, I would try them. I've never had a Cinnabon. Don't want it at this point in my life. I just want the challenge of never having one.
It's disappointing. The inside perfect bite.
Because what if the only thing that's been keeping me alive this long, despite all bad shit I've put in my body and done to my body, what if the only thing that's keeping me alive is the fact that I've never eaten one? And then I'm going to eat one, and my fucking heart's just going to be like,
That's
peace
very
out.
Alanis Morissette of you.
Why did she?
No, that whole like the guy that gets on the plane and then it crashes.
Oh yeah,
just
it's like
ironic.
meeting the girl of your dreams.
Right.
Than meeting her beautiful wife.
Right.
Or meeting the girl of your dreams and finding out she's 5. The look on your face was worth the terrible joke. So, yeah, I'm like, what if that's
It's not.
not having? I mean,
That's
so
not it.
I'm type 2 diabetic, and
You eat Oreos, but you wouldn't eat a Cinnabon.
too much sugar in it. I'm type 2 diabetic, and back, I think it's been almost 10 years. It's been about 10 years now. The Hostess snacky cake company
Mm-hmm.
closed down operations. I don't know if you remember that.
Are there still Hostess stuff?
There is now today
Okay.
still, but so the company essentially went out of business. They liquidated everything, so you could go to some of the outlets and you could buy like fucking bread racks worth of shit. So my brother went to one of the outlets. He bought a bunch of bread racks worth of snack cakes and Hostess cupcakes and all that shit. And I bought 2 of the fucking crates that he bought, and I took a picture of them. I posted it on Facebook with a thing saying, "If I get diabetes, this is why." I fucking got diabetes.
I feel like that's not why.
It's because I ate everything. No, actually, you know what did it? I know what caused my diabetes.
What?
Publix. I blame you, Publix. I love you, but I blame you.
Like the abusive boyfriend.
Yeah,
I love you, but
seriously.
it's your fault.
100% because their raspberry sweet tea,
Yeah, I don't love that.
fucking ridiculous.
Um,
I would literally for lunch, I would get a pub sub and a fucking half a gallon of it. I would drink a half a gallon of it. It was fucking pure sugar.
it is.
So good though.
Mm-mm.
I have bought since, and I'll have a little cup of it. A little
They
bit.
sell sugar-free raspberry syrup that you can put in tea. It's really good. I have it.
That
at home.
sounds like sadness and disappointment.
I'll bring it next week.
Is it like Mio, like the little?
No.
Excuse me. I
It's
like
like
those.
it's like that.
Hmm.
Like what you would find vanilla flavoring for coffee, but raspberry
Hmm.
and sugar-free.
I like
And what if I
raspberry.
just turned you on to something that you absolutely love?
That would be
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah. Here's my notes.
Do you actually take notes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
It's a blank fucking page. I'm gonna have to investigate that because I love raspberry tea.
Let me bring it and then yes, sugar.
Well, wait, do I get it at Publix? Do they sell
No,
it there?
No, I order it.
Where do you order from? I can order it. Okay,
Do you
I can
not
do
want to
things.
try? What if you
I'll
hate
try
it?
it. I'm one of those fucking people. If I buy something like edible wise and I don't like it, I will consume the whole fucking thing.
That's wild.
I
I'm
don't
not
like
gonna
waste. I
my
don't, I
time.
don't, I don't like waste stuff.
Pour it down the sink.
Nope, I do not like wasting
No.
things.
Oh.
Like if I buy some food product to try it out and I don't like it, I will eat the whole fucking thing because I cannot waste food. I hate wasting food.
But you're wasting your enjoyment.
I get very little of that anyway. So fuck it.
Oh.
I'd rather waste the enjoyment than waste the food.
I'd rather.
I
waste
finished
the
my
food.
beer because there are sober people in China.
I would rather waste the food, the
I
drink.
can't do it. I can't do it. You know what it
You're
is
like
to
a
me?
product of that whole Ethiopia thing when we were kids. Like, you're very close to my age. Do you remember all of the TV shows that were like?
I'm a few years
cannot-
older than you, first of all. Second of all, I do remember that. Sally Struthers.
Yes. And
Here's
you're
the
like,
one thing I couldn't figure out. No, like, no, for 50 cents a day, you can adopt an Ethiopian child, a starving child.
right.
And I'm sitting there thinking, 50 cents a day. Does that include shipping?
One flight.
One flight. Does that include shipping? No, I remember that. And one of the things I fucking remember, and of course, because I'm a piece of shit, I can't even say that because it's actually funny. Is Sam Kinison. You remember Sam Kinison?
Yep.
He did a fucking bit about, starving people in Africa. He's like, you live in the fucking desert. Move to where the fucking food is.
So everybody's parents at that time, they were like, you have to eat everything because there are starving kids in Ethiopia, which nobody says now, right? Now you're like, oh,
This,
you're not hungry? Okay.
believe it or not, the reason I don't like wasting food, and especially don't like wasting meat, is because to me, this is gonna be this is the spiritual part of Raj. I hold animals to be somewhat sacred. To me, an animal gave its life for my food. So I'm going to respect and honor that animal by eating it. And I don't like wasting it.
Okay, so I can see that. I can see that. and
Fuck
I
vegetables,
appreciate
though.
that.
Fuck vegetables. I will buy a bag of salad just to let it rot in the fridge. Fuck
Weekly.
salad.
Weekly.
Weekly.
hate
No,
salad.
I don't buy weekly. I don't hate salad.
I do.
I don't hate it.
And
I'll eat it.
broccoli.
You hate
I
broccoli?
do.
Oh, I love broccoli. What about cauliflower?
I love cauliflower.
Okay, so all right, same family.
Same family. I ate so much broccoli at one
Did
point.
you know? Did you know? Back
They're-
time.
Cruciferous vegetables.
Yes, but if you magnify the surface of it,
Do they look the same?
Fibonacci sequence,
Oh no, I didn't know that.
spirals. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's cool. It's actually Neil deGrasse Tyson took a very up close picture of broccoli, and it's just like a series of spirally spikes.
That's crazy.
And mathematically, it's a Fibonacci sequence, Fibonacci numbers. I don't know what
just
the
saw
fuck
it.
that is, but
I had TikTok with him when they were like, "Oh, do you do mushrooms?" He was like, "Absolutely not. The human brain barely functions as is. Absolutely not."
he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. But yeah, so to me, especially
You
meat
get that.
products they are sacred,
Yeah.
and I will not waste.
So if you bought a bag of potato chips and you thought that they were disgusting, you would eat them.
yes, or I would either eat them, or I'd give it to my kids
And what if
because
your
they would
kids
eat
were
them.
like, "These are gross"?
Nobody shut the fuck up. Until
If
you
they
get
threw it
no
away,
more
would you be
food.
upset?
Yes. You get no more food until you fucking finish that. But then again, that's why I'm selective about buying stuff. Number one. Number two, if I'm going to try something like that, I'm going to buy a small bag of it. This way, if it sucks, I'll eat the whole thing, suck it up, and I just
Mm.
won't buy it again.
Okay.
But I will not go buy that giant fucking Costco sized bag of fucking something I've never had before. My wife 100% will.
Yeah. I
She'll be
would
like,
too.
oh, this was on sale and it looked good. So I bought 50 of it.
I'm a label shopper. Like if I see it and I think it looks pretty, I'm gonna buy it.
I am I don't know what the fuck you'd call it. I am a list shopper. So when I go shopping, before I walk in the fucking door, I know everything I'm going to buy with very, very little deviation. The only time there's a deviation, if I see something that's, oh, I want to try this. This looks good. But if it's not on my list when I walk in the store, 99% of the time, I will not come out with it.
So I am what you would consider the opposite of a list shopper. I go in with a list and come out with nothing on my list.
Everything but
Yes. Yes.
Are you an impulse buyer?
I am
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've never been, I've never been suckered in truly by the impulse, but there's some stuff like at Publix, in their little impulse section, right by the register, they have bags of Southampton cookies, chocolate chip cookies, little cookies.
Oh, I know what you're
They
talking
are
about.
fucking delicious. So I'll buy that every now and
Well,
again.
it's a snack though.
Yeah.
right?
Well, I mean, that's what most of the shit is.
Right.
Like snacks and stuff.
A
Um,
woman's world.
Women's World Magazine, Southern Living.
Pick one of these up. How to lose 57 pounds in 17 days.
One thing that pisses me off is when people sit and will fucking read through them and then like not pay attention to what's going on. So like it's their turn to step up and fucking do their shit. And they're sitting there fucking thumbing through a fucking magazine. It's like, asshole, we know you don't know how to fucking read. Just put the fucking thing down and get the fuck out of here.
Buy it. Just buy it. Take it home and read it.
True. They should do that. It's not a fucking library. It's a fucking store.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing pissed. Like I'm one of those militant people that if you get online in front of me, if you're in front of me and you have fucking 11 items in the 10 item or less thing, I'm glaring at you. If you go into one of those fucking lines with fucking like 50 fucking things, I'm saying something.
What if they're like, listen, my kid's in the car, they have the flu, I just need this stuff, they're like throwing up, I need the Gatorade, the chicken soup, if they talk to you and they're nice about it, that changes your entire attitude, right?
Gatorade and chicken soup is 2 fucking items. That's my response.
Chicken soup because they can't leave the house. They just got back from the hospital. If they told you, like if they just communicated to you what was going on, it changes your whole attitude, right?
Yes.
Or
Or I tell them to order through Instacart and get the fuck out of my way.
I would too not say that. I would not say that. I would be like, can I help you to your car? Do you need help?
You are such a nice person. I am such a piece of shit.
You return your cart. That's ultimately the litmus test.
I return my cart to the cart corral.
Yeah.
I will not, even if I'm in the first fucking parking space, I will not bring it back to the store.
Well,
that's my
I think
compromise.
that's a step in the right direction.
But the reason why is because there is someone who earns a living by pulling those carts back into the store.
Yes.
And if I brought my cart back into the store, that person's job would be eliminated. That person needs to eat. That person needs a job.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
doing my part to help them.
I don't disagree with the thought of that, but just like leaving it out
No,
anywhere
no.
is so rude.
So rude unless it's at Walmart. Fuck Walmart.
Even at Walmart. We've already had this conversation.
Since we
Even
had
at
this original
Walmart.
conversation
You did put your cart back
I
at a
did.
Walmart.
at a Walmart
You're
and
welcome. And the guy said thank you to you
and
and blew you a kiss.
no, he blew me.
See,
And-
it's free.
Well, or butt. Maybe
Or
he put it in the
butt.
butt. I don't know. What in
Or
the butt?
what?
That was the only time since that conversation that I've been to Walmart. I fucking hate Walmart.
I do too. I do too.
You know what my favorite thing to do in Walmart is?
Not go in.
No, if I have to go in,
What?
one of the things I do almost all the time. I go over to the children's department. I find a nice rack of clothes. It's got a lot of clothes in it. Stick my ass in it and I fart. I walk away.
It's weird.
Yeah, but then you just sit back and watch because there's some mother is going to start freaking out that her kid shit their pants. I'm looking at it like, no, it was me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Walmart.
No.
I actually have like regular errand shopping. I hate.
But you go to Red Walmart though.
Yep.
I don't like Red Walmart either
Why not?
because it's like Walmart, but everything's red.
First of all, you can always find somebody to help you. It's way more organized.
Let me stop you right there, Toots. Find somebody to help me infers that I want to interact with another human being.
If you're in there and you're like, listen, I'm looking for coconut milk and I can't find it.
Two things. One, I would never be in a fucking store looking for coconut milk. Second of all, if I can't fucking find it, it doesn't exist and I don't need it that
What
fucking
if it's
bad.
just in the back. And then they go and get it for you.
No,
You
that's
have
where
a
the
nice
Greek dressing
interaction.
is. I don't want to have a nice interaction with people. I don't want to talk to people. I don't like people.
Bro,
What?
this is all interacting with people.
That's a screen. Those are words.
Mhm.
All right. I love the people that watch this.
Right.
I don't want to fucking hang out with you. This is our hanging out. This is our time. I don't want to see you in a store. I mean, you can go to a store. I'm not saying like I don't want you to go to a store. You go to all the stores you want. You're not going to see me there because I don't go to fucking stores. I go to the grocery store.
So how do you shop?
Amazon.com. Amazon, like seriously, I buy almost because I'm one of those people that I can't say I don't like to try new things because I do like to try new things. But when it comes to like basic shit, like clothing, I've been wearing the same shit for fucking years. Like I'll buy new versions of the same shit that I always wear. I don't like wearing shit like this. This has a little tag on it. I don't like wearing shit with logos
Okay. Okay.
because you're not paying me to fucking advertise your product. I'm not fucking advertising your product. Fuck you.
Well, that's different though.
Yeah, this is like a little tag.
Yeah.
But I don't.
It's colorful.
Everything I pretty much wear. Well, usually I wear black. Wear black shirts and fucking
Yeah.
khaki. I wear black shirts
your
with a
uniform.
black t. That's my fucking dad uniform.
Yeah.
Black t-shirt or black polo shirt, khaki shorts, black shoes and socks. That
Do you feel good about yourself when you get dressed like that? Does it make you feel good?
doesn't make me feel good or bad. That's what I wear because the utility of that. Now, if I'm going to be on stage, I do dress a little different. I will wear jeans and boots and usually a button up.
Okay. Do you
Look,
feel good when you
yeah.
wear that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Clothing doesn't make me feel good or bad. I mean, as long as it's not like fucking a hole in the ass, But like getting dressed up like that, I wouldn't say like makes me feel good. Putting on a fucking suit, I fucking hate. Absolutely hate.
Well,
It's
I
the
do
most
think that's a
uncomfortable
little
shit.
bit different.
I think that the whole concept, especially these days, the whole concept of a fucking business suit is ridiculous.
Except for like a funeral. But I'm a comfort kind of girl. Like I want to look good and be comfortable, but I want the people that I'm with to look good and be comfortable. And if that's sweatpants and a white t-shirt or
But then again, you're talking to a fucking guy who tailgates funerals. Like literally, we set a fucking bar up in the parking lot. I'll invite you to the next one. They're
Okay.
fun. It's a good time.
yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't like yeah, okay, if I'm going somewhere fancy pants, which I don't like going fancy fucking places. But I guess I feel good if I'm dressed,
Yeah.
a little
It
different.
changes your confidence.
Oh, I'm confident as fuck no matter what I'm wearing.
Mm,
I'm a fine piece of ass, and everyone needs to recognize that.
okay. I recognize that. I mean, I recognize that.
Yeah, you need these.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Thank you.
Mhm. We worked on that all night.
I've been thinking of that since 5 o'clock this morning because I was awake at 5 o'clock this morning. You want to know I was awake at 5 o'clock this morning? I don't fucking know. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning now. I am old. I don't even set an alarm. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's good.
No,
Yeah, it is.
No.
Do you wake up feeling refreshed or are you still tired?
no. I feel like shit when I wake up.
But you go to bed late.
Hmm.
Do you feel like you get an adequate amount of sleep?
I go to sleep because I'm bored.
Mm,
If I'm one of the people, if I don't stop moving, like if I have shit going on, I will stay awake for days. No cocaine needed. I will just keep going. I have to force myself to stop and to go to sleep.
Do you fall asleep easily?
Nope.
What's your secret for falling asleep?
Drugs.
Weed, right?
Not well, I mean, if you want to call it weed, I'm classy. I don't smoke weed.
An edible.
I eat it because I'm
Mhm.
classy, and this is 2023. Not only do I eat it, but the government sends it to me. The government brings it to me, and they say, "Here you go. Here's your drugs." I use Delta 8 edibles,
Right.
Delta 8 hemp edibles, and that one edible, if it's early if I eat it earlier in the day, I'll get a little fucking high, smiling, happy, having a good time. If I have it later in the evening, I will fall asleep
Yeah, I find weed just puts me right to sleep.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Again, depends on what happens. Because like last time I was at Disney World, I was fucking eating those things like fucking Pez. I was high as fuck, and I had the best time. Well, as good of a time as you can have in 2023 at Disney
And high.
while high. I mean, it's not like I was fucking tripping out on acid or anything. It was fucking weed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. I'm not
The
saying it
funniest
is.
part, funny, my in-laws don't know that I use that. My wife does. My kid, my son does. But like, my wife was sitting there and I'm laughing. She said, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, my parents are here. I'm like, I know it's fucking great. This is how it
This is
comes.
why I'm
This is
good.
why I'm high. But yeah, I used to use melatonin. I don't use the edibles all like every night. It's every
So
other
what's your
night.
secret for every other night? Seriously,
For
every
the
other night?
nights when I don't, I will lay in bed. If I go to bed and just like try laying in bed and going to sleep, I will never fucking go to sleep. If I know I have, like, I'll wake up naturally at 5 a.m. If I know I have to be up at 5 a.m, I won't go to sleep because my brain just thinks you're gonna oversleep. Stay up.
Yeah, I don't have a problem going to sleep.
Yeah. If I just lay down to go to sleep, I will not fall asleep. The way I fall asleep, I pretty much will lay in bed. I will fucking scroll through TikTok or something
That
until I
is
just
the-
pass out.
Mhm, that's the part. That's what gets me.
See, the key is don't like put on. I can't put on a TV show that'll be involved, that'll be invested in,
Yes.
because I'll stay awake to watch it. I
Yes.
want to see it. Or movie. TikTok. I mean, chubby
It's
girl
20
dancing, chubby
seconds.
girl dancing,
Yeah.
chubby girl dancing, and
Yeah.
that's like the quick, short attention span.
Yeah.
Brainless is what relaxes my brain. My brain doesn't stop working. I very rarely dream. To me, I like close my eyes and wait and up, and it's time to get up. I never feel rested. I wake
Do you
up
have sleep
feeling like
apnea by
shit.
any chance?
I don't think so.
It's like very common for sleep apnea to feel that way.
No. it's-
Yeah.
It's always been like
Do
that.
you snore?
I've never heard myself snore.
Okay.
Apparently, if I'm on my
Have
back,
you been told?
I've been told I snore, but like not horribly so. It also depends on how I'm laying. Like I fall asleep on my, like I can't sleep on my couch on my back. I did once and my mouth was open. I was snoring ridiculously loud, I was told, but my uvula dried up. Don't you get when your uvula
Yeah.
dries up?
Every month.
It was uvula.
Uvula.
You
The ball thing in your throat.
little punching bag back there.
Mhm.
So I fell asleep and I woke up, and I guess just because it dried out, it like felt like there was a fucking ball in my throat, because I guess it got, everything else swelled up, and like it was uncomfortable. So I can't say
It's
it.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys didn't want to really know that.
I mean, it's funny. It's a fun
Yeah, it's
story.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been told that I snore, but it's not like, oh my God, you snore so fucking loud. It's not like that.
I snore when I'm really tired. Like
Yeah.
man.
Actually, again, sleep on my back. I had gone up and did a comedy show in New York, and with my buddy Terry McNeely, who's a great Irishman. So great, he's always fucking wasted. We were hanging out behind the fucking venue, and I had a buzz on. It was in somebody else was driving, so I could drink. And we're hanging out in the back, and these girls wanted to take a picture with Terry. Terry's a fairly successful comedian up north, funny fucking guy, crazy. He hands me his cup and he says, "Hold this, I'm gonna take a picture." I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna drink it." And I don't sniff it. I just fucking chug it. It's a pint glass full of bourbon.
Oh my God.
16-ounce cup full
Yeah.
of bourbon, and I just chugged the fucking thing. Was already drunk. I put this fucking thing down like it was water. Once it was fully down, I realized what the fuck I
Oh
just
my
did,
God.
and I knew what was gonna fucking happen.
Oh God.
So I was staying at my friend Jen's house. Her and a boyfriend drive me back. I was staying out. Their bedroom was on the first floor. The guest bedroom was up on the second floor.
Where's the bathroom? First or second floor?
I don't remember, but it wasn't a problem.
Okay.
So I remember going up there, and this was January, so it was fucking cold. But the second floor of their house, the way the houses are built up north, second floor gets nice and warm. So I had on my fucking insulated Carhartt fucking hoodie, jeans, boots. I remember sitting on the bed. I remember calling my wife. I don't think I hung up. I think I just passed out before I even hung up. But I fell backwards on the bed, my boots still on my feet on the floor. I just flopped back and passed the fuck out. The next day, my friend Jen says to me, "We were going to call an ambulance for you last night." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Because your snoring sounded like death rattle." You know what death rattle is? My condolences. You know what death rattle is?
Mm-mm.
when somebody's dying, their fluid starts building up in their lungs. So it, like, as they're almost breathing, it sounds like they're snoring. They're not snoring. It's the fluids in their lungs kind of rattling.
That's terrible.
Yeah, she's like, you sound like you had the loudest death rattle I've ever heard in my life.
So they came and checked on you.
Oh yeah, well
Good.
her boyfriend's a firefighter, New York City fire, FDNY. Shout out to you, Greggy Boo. But they're like, we were gonna call a fucking ambulance because you weren't fucking moving. You were
Yeah.
breathing like we were fucking slapping you in the face. You weren't waking up. Like I was fucking wasted. Like I don't drink that often, you know,
Yeah.
that but you know, I'll drink a fucking fifth, that bottle of Jack that we had. I
Yeah.
couldn't drink one of those in a day, like the whole fucking thing. And I'll get a decent buzz. Like I won't like chug it,
Yeah.
but I'll drink it throughout a day and I'll drink the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
This was 16 ounces. Go,
I
go,
can't.
go.
I could not imagine the hangover from that.
Get hangovers. It's the
Mm.
Irish in me.
Well, you're lucky.
Yeah. I mean, I'll feel like when I wake up the next morning, I'll feel like shit for a few minutes. But once I get up and moving, I'm fine.
When is the last time that you had a crazy night out?
Probably then.
Which was when?
That would have been 2019.
Is that 4 years ago?
No, it would have been that would have been 2018.
5 years ago?
5 years ago. Haven't had a good time in 5 years. Yeah, I just
Mhm.
haven't I don't go out. I'm a hermit. Hermits have no peer pressure.
That's true.
Step one to not being a hermit is get friends. I don't really have many.
Why?
Don't need them. What? I don't need friends that disappoint me.
Thanks, bro.
I know a shit.
Thanks, bro.
Kidding. I have a very, very small circle of friends. Very small. I know a shitload of people. I have a shitload of acquaintances. Majority of people that are friends when they want something. But I don't go out. Best part of not having many friends is you don't get invited to weddings. You don't get
Yeah,
invited
but then
to
you
parties.
get wedding cake.
Okay, I had a bad experience with wedding cake.
Tell me.
Was it? No, it was not the last time I ate wedding cake, but it's been a hot minute.
I love it. Wedding cake. I absolutely love it. My most favorite food group is wedding cake. And nobody that I know is getting married. So
You can have wedding cake without.
It's not the
somebody getting married. I
it's
guess.
not the same.
So, I gotta see if I can find this. Maybe, like, view friendship. So I have cousins in New Jersey. Great people. JV and Marianne Ducey. JV and Ducey. Great people. I love them with every bit of my being. So we're at my cousin's wedding back in 2005. This was actually the night. That's me and my sister.
You
So
look like a baby.
thank you. When I'm clean shaven, I do look still like a baby. So that's me and my sister. So we're at this wedding. It's my cousin Judith. It's down in Baltimore, Maryland, like right on the Inner Harbor. Nice hotel. My son was an infant at the time. My wife was breastfeeding, so she had to keep going up to the room. My stepdaughter was staying in the room with him because my cousin didn't want to invite children to the wedding. So we brought my stepdaughter down. I got some. So my stepdaughter came down to kind of keep an eye on the baby while we were at the wedding, and my wife had to keep going and breastfeeding. So while they served cake, it was during the mother-son dance. They had served cake. They're doing the dance. This is the first time in my life this ever happened. You know what vasovagal syncope is? Cough syncope.
It's like where you pass out, right?
Correct. We faint. So what happened was I started laughing, and I was laughing so hard I started coughing. I was coughing so hard and so much, my blood pressure dropped, and I just fucking fainted. Basically, my body just hit the reset button. It's like Control Alt Delete out like a motherfucker. So I remember picking up my wife's piece of cake, taking a bite out of it so it had bite marks, set it back down on the plate, laughing my ass off, and the next thing I know is my brother, my younger brother, who's a firefighter, and JV, who I don't remember if he was still on the job or if he had retired at that point, but he was a fucking deputy sheriff. These two motherfuckers, like, I thought they were like, thought I like got into a fight with somebody because my brother's like behind me. He thought I choked on the cake. So my brother's trying to do the fucking Heimlich. JV standing over me. I fucking smashed my face hurt. I didn't know what the fuck happened. Apparently, when I fainted, I just kind of like went over, smacked my face on the fucking table, and went out.
Now, meanwhile, your wife is just upstairs and she comes back down to this and is like,
comes down.
what is going
She
on?
comes down. The side of my face is red. We're all still fucking laughing. And everybody thought I choked on the cake. And I had to keep explaining to him, no, I didn't. I swallowed the cake, but I was laughing so fucking hard. I started coughing and I passed out. It's happened a couple of times since.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
So what was her reaction? Like, oh, I can't leave you alone.
No, I think she called me a piece of shit or something.
Same thing.
Whatever.
Can't leave you alone.
Whatever. No, and she was pissed about something.
The
But-
fact that you fell into a table with your face.
Yeah, but it wasn't because I was drunk. I just fucking syncopatic episode. It happens.
It's crazy. So you don't like
What's-
wedding cake now?
I never liked wedding cake. I think weddings are fucking stupid.
Wedding cake is delicious.
I'm sure it is. To me, it just tastes like cake.
I like cake.
What's the difference between like wedding cake and birthday cake?
It's like, well, I mean, you can do like wedding cake as a birthday cake, but it's like almond and vanilla kind of.
I had cannoli filling in mine.
Mhm.
It was fucking delicious. I think
Yeah,
I
well,
did. I don't.
each their own. Right?
I don't know. We were talking about this yesterday. Like, there's a YouTube channel that I'm a fan of, Charlotte Dobre. You familiar?
Mm-mm.
She does a lot of like reaction type videos and like, but she does a lot of like wedding related shit. I'm not really into that, but I'll watch it. She's cute. And like it was like an "Am I the Asshole" thing where this girl shows her fiance her wedding dress and asks for his opinion. He didn't like the dress. He answered honestly.
Right.
She couldn't fuck. So am I the asshole? And I said, I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter what the dress looks like. He's not going to remember it. I could tell you my wife's dress was white and it had some beady shit on the front. That's it. That's it. Couldn't tell you what fucking style, fucking any of it. What? Nope. Couldn't fucking tell you.
Do you remember how you felt when you saw her?
Yes. Drunk. Very drunk. So what
Probably
happened?
why you don't remember the details of the dress.
So what happened was I don't like doing things normal. I have to be different, but not like super different. We had to like come in rappelling from a helicopter, kind of different. But instead of like the typical organ music bringing us in,
Right.
I hired the NYPD Emerald Society. I had fucking bagpipers and drummers,
I like that.
kilts,
Yeah.
the nines. So what happened was before we went to the venue, because our reception and ceremony were at the same place, I'm chugging beers. I get to the fucking venue, I'm chugging beers. I see my pipers and my fucking drummers. I can't be there with gentlemen wearing kilts, speaking in Irish accents from the NYPD Emerald Society and not start chugging Guinness. So we had Guinness and we drank some more beer, and then the fucking ceremony started. And my brother handed the fucking priest a cock ring. It was great. The dude that married us, both my grandmothers were incredibly religious. I
Clearly.
am fucking not. So the compromise was the guy that married us looked like a priest, not a priest. He was I think he called himself like a Reformed Catholic priest. He was married to a Jewish girl. Very nice people. He actually did my brother's wedding. He's done a bunch of friends' weddings. Real cool guy. His name's Reverend Joe DiVincenzo. Great guy. He's belongs to a motorcycle. He's a fucking biker. You know, dude, mustache. He looked collar, had the fucking part. So, what was cool about that was shortly after we got married, we were at a friend's wedding who he did the ceremony, and his wife was there, and his wife was a fucking nut job. Like, just she was off her fuck. She was hilarious, like fucking hilarious. the girl that was getting married was Greek. So she had belly dancer. So the belly dancer comes down, she's shaking her shit, and she grabs a fucking empty chair and she pulls it into the middle, and she grabs the first guy that was nearby, which was Reverend Joe. With the
I love
fucking
it.
collar on. She just takes him by the hand, sits him in the chair, and she's like behind him with her back to him, like shaking her shit. And I run up and I fucking put a dollar bill in his fucking hand, and his wife's damn near pissing her pants. This girl shimmies her ass around, faces him, sees the collar, runs out of the fucking room. Everybody fucking lost it. We were laughing our asses off.
Oh
The
my God,
poor thing was so embarrassed. She was good. You know, she was doing a great show.
that's terrible.
Yeah, don't give a
But
fucking priest a
awesome.
lap
That's
dance.
a great
And
story.
like his wife was like, yeah.
yeah,
He
that's
was
a
like,
great story.
yeah. We were all like, fuck yeah. And I feel
good
bad.
one.
And the girl, she bolted. She got in her fucking car and left. Like, honey, all you gotta do is go to confession on Sunday. Reverend Joe does confession. Like, seriously, it's but yeah, I mean, well, shit. If you ask my wife like about the night that we met, I don't know if I ever told you this,
Mm-mm.
she'll remember it as a night that I was incredibly cute, charming, and sweet, and I used my
Vocabulary.
detective skills to. What happened was she had gone and seen Chicago the play a couple nights before, and she was talking to somebody behind me, and I overheard the conversation. Not that I was truly eavesdropping, but I heard the conversation. And she said, "Oh yeah, I went and saw Chicago." So, "Oh, how was the concert?" I think it was the band Chicago. She corrected him. No, it was the play. So later on, when I'm talking to her, she says, "Oh, I went and saw Chicago." I'm like, "Oh, how was the play?" She remembers it as the night I was cute, sweet, and charming. I remember it as the night I was so drunk I ate a lit cigarette. I used to party a lot. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Weird shit. I told you, weird shit happens. My
Yeah.
kids could be fucking fathered by a goat. I don't fucking know. So yeah, I used to drink a lot.
Yeah.
I do not anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you're older now.
I'm older,
Older and
now, I'm
wiser.
wiser, and I am ashamed to admit that back then I used to get fucking wasted and drive home.
That's rough. That's a bad one.
You know why so many people crash their cars driving drunk? Because they don't learn how to drive drunk.
Well, you can't really learn.
Yeah, it's
that.
true. Don't drive drunk, people.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
It is, especially
And-
in a day of Uber and Lyft.
Well, we didn't
I
have
know we
that.
didn't have that. I know.
We didn't have
I
that 23 years ago.
But we did have cabs.
We did.
So,
We did. And I
So
remember
there's
one
that.
night I left the bar, and it was actually the bar was the handlebar that was featured on Kitchen Nightmares. So I left the handlebar. So I go out, I make a left turn. I go past the 7-Eleven. There's a traffic light. It's 2 lanes to go straight, which is kind of like merging onto a highway. And in the left lane, there was a car that the light changed green. The person didn't move. I'm laying on the horn, angry, honking like I do. Dude didn't move. So I fucking put my car in park and get out. Fucking dude's passed out fucking cold
oh my God.
with his foot on the brake, car in gear, and running. So I'm like, this guy is going to fucking kill somebody. So I pull around him on the fucking grass. I basically park in front of him. So in case he did wake up,
Right.
he wouldn't roll into onto
Right.
the highway. I call 911. I'm like, yeah, there's a fucking guy. He's passed out in the car. Thank God they didn't fucking smell me because I was drunk.
Yeah.
They were too busy focusing on him. But as soon as like they showed up, they're like, "Oh, is this your truck?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I put it here so in case he fucking rolled, he wouldn't roll out onto 347." And they're like, "All right." I said, "Do you need anything from me?" Like, "Nah, we got it. You can get in your truck and go." I'm like, bye. Dodged a fucking bullet. But
Still playing concerned citizen.
correct, and still doing the rightest thing I could do aside from myself driving drunk. I never got caught. Thank God. I never crashed. Thank God. But to this day, like shortly thereafter, I gave up drinking and driving. Today, I will not drive if I had a drink. If I'm going out, if I'm doing a comedy show, if I'm
I
appearing
get
live,
that.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
I did a show at I've done shows where, a guest spot at a big club. Typically, you don't get paid for a guest spot. You get open bar. And I'm drinking Diet Coke. The lamest shit ever. This giant, hulking, over the top, obnoxious, fat fuck. Yeah,
Drinking
can I have a
Diet
Diet Coke, please? Very light on the
Yeah.
ice.
It's It's where you get your money's worth.
Hell yeah, I know. I know, especially out of a fountain.
Okay. I've only had one experience with like driving drunk, and obviously I would never do it again. But at the moment, I can remember thinking I was totally fine. So
Oh no, I knew I was fucked up. But here's the my father would drive drunk. My kids, I've told time and time again, I don't fucking care if you get drunk. Do not get in a fucking car with someone else
yes.
who's been drinking
Yeah.
or doing drugs.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, my son confessed to me that he tried an edible. They're fucking gnat. Start shooting at it. My son told me that he tried doing an THC edible. I just said, don't, make sure you're not getting in a fucking car with somebody who's fucking doing that shit. Because I don't fucking care. You can't drive right fucked up.
I'll come get
That's
you.
what I said. I will come get you. I will not
Zero
embarrass you. I will not
repercussions.
yell at you. You know, I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. You call me, I will come get you.
Yeah.
Period.
But that goes for your friends too. Like I got you. I got your friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Shit, we used to. My parents, allowed us not so much allowed us, but we had a lot of friends. We had a lot of parties, and they would rather have us. They wouldn't provide the alcohol for us, but they would rather have us party at the house and sleep it off than go party somewhere else and potentially drive. So I mean, and I'm talking about like when we're like fucking 20, not like when we're fucking 12. But I was 12 when my older siblings were of age. My sister is 8 years older than me. So
This is perfect.
So here's something funny. I'm going to show you this. This is cool. I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I got to pull it up. This is going to be kind of cool. Talk amongst yourselves. You can talk. I hope.
Hope.
that I can find this. Because
Is it a picture?
this is actually cool. What?
Is it a picture?
It is a picture. I mean,
Mm-hmm. I literally could not think of anything to say right now if I tried.
Really?
Yeah. Zero.
no, that's not her. Shit.
You're looking for a person?
Yeah, I'm looking for a picture that I'm looking for. Oh,
Oh.
bingo. Holy shit. You ready for this shit?
I'm ready.
My first kiss. I have a picture of it. Someone took a fucking picture of it.
I love that with a beer. How old were you?
I was
No,
14.
Let's just draw attention to
Oh.
what's going on right here.
What?
Right there.
My
What do you
shirt's
see? What do you see?
white.
Right? What right there? What about it is unique? Your sleeve is rolled.
No, I think it's just
Yeah. No, your sleeve is rolled.
yeah. But
Bringing it back. Bring it back.
but I was either, I think I may have been 13 at the time.
For partying.
And she was 17.
Who took the picture?
Probably my sister. That's one of my
That's
sister's friends, who
wild.
I'm still friends with to this day. We still laugh about this. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You should make that your profile picture. But
I
don't,
should.
because that would be rude.
But what's funny is I have a picture of my first real
That's
kiss.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's like the weirdest
Yeah.
shit. And like
But my
again,
takeaway
still
is the fact that your sleeve is rolled up.
not rolled up. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
a-
this rolled up.
No,
It's like
it's like this. And then one more.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
100%
is.
It is not.
100% is.
I'm gonna fucking zoom it in even
Yeah.
further.
Go ahead. And then ask her,
Should I?
was my
She was fucking wasted. Yeah, my
sleeve-
first kiss was with a drunk girl, by the way. Since we're going down that road.
Was my sleeve rolled up the first time we kissed?
Let's see how well I can enhance this.
I already know.
Boom.
Listen, of the two of us, who do you think knows more about sleeves being rolled up? Me or you?
I don't think that's rolled up.
It is.
That really doesn't look rolled up.
Yeah, bro. It is. It
No.
is. Yeah. It looks like it.
No, it's not.
Mhm.
I mean, this is a fucking picture of a picture.
Bringing it back.
I guess.
Bring it
What's
back.
really fucking sad, this is,
First of all, this one, and then also up here on the cabinet,
well,
just like a bottle of wine just hanging out.
I suppose that's a fireplace mantle.
Right.
Oh, God, I don't know if we have that. My father's model Mercedes. Something got for him. But yeah, we have all kinds of tchotchkes and shit.
It's a mantle.
Yeah.
So you put it there.
Tchotchkes.
But also somebody's just setting their drinks up there all night.
Yeah.
You
Well, no,
think
no, no.
no one
Those
would
those
notice?
bottles. No, those bottles weren't.
They weren't part of it.
No. No. No, those are bottles my parents just had up there. It's like one's a bottle of wine.
Which is very advanced for a teen.
Yeah, no, we were drinking fucking Molson Ice, which I miss. I don't know if it's still available. That
I
was
bet it
that was
is.
good.
I bet it is.
That was good.
I was in a wine cooler kind of girl.
You didn't rock the
Oh.
Zima.
I did. Yeah. Do you know they came back a couple years ago?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't find it now.
It was fucking disgusting.
I'm going to disagree.
Back in the day, I would drink beer.
Me too.
Then I discovered Jack Daniels.
I wasn't a hard liquor. drinker.
Actually, before Jack Daniels, I found Jägermeister.
Oh God.
And I used to drink that shit like right out of the
Mhm.
bottle.
Would you
Like-
drink it now?
I would do a shot. Like if we were
Okay.
doing a fucking
Okay.
shot of Jaeger, somebody had it and it was frozen. That cough medicine has to be frozen. If somebody came in and gave me a fucking frozen shot of Jaeger, I'm fucking doing it. 100%.
I wouldn't. I feel like you need to have a wild night out.
Well, I mean, fucking Jaeger
Yes.
shots will lead to it.
That's what I'm saying. It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Once every 5 years.
Yeah. All right.
Starts with Jaeger.
There we go. Well, all right. So I'm gonna get a bottle of Jaeger. I'm gonna get a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Mhm.
And
And a designated driver.
no, I'm just gonna do it at home. I'll just drink
Ah,
all. I'll just
you
I
know
got a
what
bottle of
wine-
Jaeger. I got a bottle of Jack, and I'll just drink both of them.
Do you know what a wild night out means?
Yeah, but the problem is I can't have a wild night out unless I'm by myself or with people that are into partying wild. But there are certain people in my life that I can't go out and have a wild night with because they don't know what a fucking good time is if it'll sit on their face.
I feel like there are people who like wild nights out that you know.
I like wild nights out
Once in a while, once every 5 years.
once every 5 years. Because chances are, if I did it more often than once every 5 years, I'd probably die from it. And it would be so worth it. Like it'd be a
Mhm.
good time. Like if I want to go, I want to go partying.
There's only once in a while. I don't super like to go out and get like wasted. That's not really my vibe. But every once in a while, you just get like a hankering to be like, I want to go out. I want to have some drinks. I want to have a good time. I don't want to worry about anything
See, here's the thing though. I don't have that urge.
ever.
Not I can't think of any.
Mm.
Like I'll go out to I'll go out for food, like restaurant, like
I saw
fucking
it.
yeah,
It's coming for you, bro.
fuck. I'll go to a restaurant, some food, but I won't drink. And to me, that's a good time. I would rather drink at home for a couple of reasons. Obviously, the biggest reason is I don't want to get a DV. I'm deathly afraid.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
The other reason why I only drink at home is because I'm fucking cheap. All right. Yeah.
Yes. But if you're drinking beer out, it's not that much.
I cannot have a wild night drinking beer. I can chug beer one right after the other.
Like a backyard barbecue wild night.
The last backyard barbecue I was at that was more than just me out just grilling for the family was my brother's my niece's first birthday party, and many drinks were consumed.
Hmm.
And let's see,
And you-
400. I ate about 200 milligrams of THC. It was just shy of that because it was 7. I ate 7 25 milligram edibles.
Well,
I was higher than giraffe tits.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
It was a good time. It was a good time. I laughed,
Cried.
cried. I peed in my brother's pool.
That's fine.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, market territory.
There's no pee in pool.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Pools are nothing but the world's
I
first
know.
gender neutral bathrooms. Now, here's the funny thing: like at a pool party, everybody's peeing in the pool. You just watch. Everybody's fucking drinking. No one's getting out to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So everybody's peeing in the pool. I will not go into public pools. I'll swim in my family's pee, but I'm not swimming in strangers'
I don't
pee.
care. I
Yeah,
don't care.
I
Pee
do.
is sterile.
Would you go? It's sterile when it comes out. It doesn't stay sterile very long. But
It's in-
would you go into one of those pools that in like Vegas, those crazy ass fucking pools?
Yeah,
Because you could actually get if you drink that pool water,
I
you
wouldn't
will
drink
get
it.
drunk, and you'll get some sort of communicable disease.
I wouldn't. I
would hope not.
I wouldn't drink it.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Like
I
this-
was in a
Oh,
I was in a pool where there were adult activities being partaken,
naughtiness.
and I accidentally got water in my mouth, and I was absolutely mortified.
That's
Just-
fucking crazy. Where's that pool at?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm this week. I'm not specifying where I'm going, but I'm going to a place this weekend that has a hot tub. It's a private house, has a hot tub, and I would like to use the hot tub. So what am I going to do as soon as I get there? I'm going to drain the fucking thing and refill it so it has fresh water. Throw some bromine in.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to swim in somebody else's jizz petri dish.
You would be able to see it if it's in there.
It depends if there's a lot of it. No, I'm good.
I'm not worried about it.
No,
There's
no,
no
I'm
chlorine
talking
in
about
there.
like people that fucking no, there shouldn't be. It should never be chlorine in a fucking hot tub. It'll kill you. Bromine. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you put chlorine in a hot tub, the chlorine gas vaporizes. You can get
Mm.
fucking sick or worse. That's why you put bromine in. Bromine doesn't vaporize like that.
I was gonna smack it.
If it's on my fucking head, smack it. So you know what that should sum up tonight's show, folks. Don't swim in a jizz petri dish.
I mean, just make sure that it's disinfected.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I remember my younger brother. Like when you're a young male child, you say disgusting things to try and gross out your other siblings. And I remember my younger brother said he wanted to produce an adult film called Knee Deep in Spunk, and it was nothing more than
Oh
a
my
bunch
God.
of women in a pool that is filled with jizz halfway up to their knees. And he wants the film to be called Knee Deep in Spunk.
It's disgusting.
It is
It's
fucking repulsive,
It's disgusting.
but it's funny.
Yeah.
And
That's
it is the exact thing you would expect a teenage boy to say to a teenage boy to try and gross them out or
Did it
make
work?
them laugh. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. I remember it to this day. I'm fucking
God.
45 years old. Can't remember having
Uh-huh.
breakfast. I can remember my brother talking about making a film called Knee Deep in Spunk.
Oh God. Just like, is it thick or is it more viscous? Like, what does that actually look like?
Well, viscous means thick.
No, but like movable.
Well, jizz is movable.
I know, but a whole pool
It's
of it.
thick.
Some is, some isn't.
Some is, some isn't.
Mhm.
And actually, it can change. Like you could
It
blow
depends
load
on-
now. It's like fucking snot and blow one like
Yeah.
water. There's
I think it does depend on how much water you drink, how
well,
much you
your
hydrate.
hydration, what you've eaten,
Yeah.
things like that. Pineapple.
Mhm.
But I would assume that it is probably like the thickness of motor oil, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
feel
that
like it would
thick.
be thicker. Like it'd have to be an average between those two things.
Yeah, so I would say
Okay.
I would say somewhere along the lines of like 2% milk.
thicker than that.
Whole milk?
Maybe heavy cream.
There was a fucking video that was going around TikTok that was fucking hilarious, where it was like showed like the showed they poured out a little bit of whole milk, then they poured out 2% milk, and they poured out a little horse semen, and it was very close to the 2% milk.
Oh my God.
Just saying. By the way, if you think
I
the cost of a gallon of gasoline is expensive, a gallon of prized horse semen can go for several $1 million. Just so you know.
I didn't
So-
know that.
Yeah. So now you should feel a little bit better about the purchase of a gallon of
Yeah.
gasoline.
Neighbors that I had, they were horse breeders.
Now, I told my son that if this whole music thing doesn't work out, then he can, he has a fallback career manually masturbating caged animals for the purposes of artificial insemination. It's a good fallback
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
He
How much
really,
does that pay?
I don't know, but he really doesn't have much interest in animal husbandry
Mhm.
or animal wifery.
Yeah, I understand the desire to avoid that.
Yeah. I mean, different strokes for different folks. Everybody dunks their Oreo cookie in a different way.
Yeah.
They sell a fucking thing that like the Oreo snaps into and you can dunk it.
So like a clay pigeon thrower for your
It
Oreo.
almost looks the exact same, but it's miniature. I have
Yeah.
one of those too. The pigeon. Oh man, I
Mhm.
haven't gone shotgun shooting. Oh,
Yeah. Taking back to your roots, bro.
let's go to the fucking range. Go shoot some fucking sporting clays.
And then we'll get pizza.
Fuck yeah.
Deal. Deal.
All right.
All
We got
right.
8 minutes left.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about Deo. What movie was that a reference to? Come on.
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
God.
That's another fucking movie they were talking about remaking.
I can see that though.
No.
think with-
No.
yes,
Actually,
yes.
you know what? You were talking about great actors? Michael Keaton.
Yes, but I can see that with the advances in technology, how much better it could be.
But would you remake it or would you make a sequel?
I don't think you could make a
prequel.
sequel.
Or a
Oh, a
prequel?
prequel would be good. Yeah, that would be good. But I like a remake. I like an idea on that one.
See, my problem with remakes, my biggest issue with remakes, especially like the ones like, Disney's they did the live action Aladdin and the live action. First of all, Will Smith as
Yeah,
as
it was-
Genie was fucking Robin Williams was the Genie.
Yes.
Period. End of fucking story. You could
Mhm.
disagree with me, but you are wrong. But they're remaking things to diversify the cast or try and do some kind of woke shit. Don't come up
Yeah.
with something original
Yeah.
to be diverse with. What the movies they made in the past were great for what they were, for the time that they were made, and but make something that's my biggest
Well,
problem.
they've
with
run out of
remaking.
storylines, right? Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, but you never run out of storylines. You can run out of you run out of tropes. You run out of themes. But you can always rewrite a new story based on something
Yeah.
else. But to make Aladdin, to make The Lion King,
Yeah.
it's
No, I-
kind of. I think they can do
can do
better
better.
being a little bit more original. But then again, Disney's not known for being original because most of the stories that they fucking have made movies out of, they've taken from somebody else.
Like what?
Holy shit, where should I fucking start? The Lion King was a ripoff. The guy actually sued. All of their fairy tale movies were written by someone else.
But like based off of a fairy tale.
Based off Rapunzel was based off of Rapunzel.
Right.
Tangled was based off of Rapunzel. And Snow White was not a Disney original. Fuck, Mary Poppins wasn't even a Disney original.
Hmm.
You ever seen the movie Saving Mr. Banks?
No,
Tom Hanks playing Walt Disney.
I know what you're. I know.
It was
of
great.
it.
I mean, it was great. It told the story of the making of Mary Poppins and how the author was fucking dead against it. She hated every fucking step of the way. And Walt Disney did everything he could to try and appeal to her and make her happy. And the changes they made in the movie, she fucking hated.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
But
I love Tom Hanks.
that's
I might
not-
have to watch that.
it definitely worth it. It was really
Yeah.
cool the way they made Disneyland look original, like it
Yeah.
used to, and it was cool. It was well done. That was original. But all of their story, just about every Disney movie is not I don't want to say a ripoff, but it comes from somewhere else. They tell great stories, but there are common themes in Disney movies. Did you know that the most popular Disney movies, the princess, it's usually a princess, has a parent that's dead?
So there is somewhere that it touches on that. Maybe it's even like, what's the Frozen, where
Parents go away and they both die.
but the parents go away. That is the boat that Ariel finds all the stuff from. Like it's
Well, that's the
all
story,
co-
the connected
right,
universe.
right.
But the reason why there's always a parent that's missing is an homage to his mother. When he became very successful, he bought his parents a house. The house had a malfunction in the furnace, and his mother died from carbon monoxide poisoning in the house that he bought for her.
Oh.
So
That's horrific.
yeah. Now something positive, I will say. The Pixar universe, all of the Pixar movies are connected. They exist within the same universe.
Okay.
If you watch them, you'll see, different
Like little Easter eggs.
little Easter eggs that connect all the movies to some level. Now, what's interesting about the movie Toy Story specifically is Andy's two favorite toys were Woody and Buzz. Andy's mom also had favorite toys named Woody and Buzz, which is
My
weird.
mom does.
Yeah. Well, no, not every. There are some that don't.
Mm,
Trust me, I can think of at least one that doesn't. That's another story for another time. But there's actually one thing I will recommend to the world, and I'll recommend to you. Check it out. If you have Disney Plus, or you can steal somebody's password, because I highly support stealing passwords.
but he doesn't.
I don't want to steal passwords. I absolutely do not. I would never do such a thing. Never. I have my own Netflix account, Hulu account, HBO Max account, Pornhub account.
Hopefully.
But anyway, so there's if you have Disney Plus, or you can get it on DVD, Blu-ray cheap, there's a collection of Pixar short films that almost chronicles from the very first one, which is something about a bee, I forget what it was, up to, but you see the progression of how the animation, the computer-based animation, like improved and the storylines improved. But then you can also see, like, there was one that was about a toy, and you watch it and it's basically the genesis of Toy Story. Like, it's about a toy that had
Yeah.
come to life, and Toy Story was just an expansion
Yeah.
of this short film. But there's one particular Disney short that is my favorite, probably Pixar thing of all time. Pixar short, I mean. And it's called Bounding, and it's about a sheep that got sheared for the first time, and everybody was laughing at it because it was naked. It's just a funny, cute, well done story. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the show because it is that time of the night. Very much appreciate you watching. Big thank you to Mike over at the IRN. Check us out, irnbroadcast.com. You can check out other shows like the Kevin Holly Show, I'm Not Right Network, Robin Slim Show. Tons of good content on there, so check it out. Catch us next week. Every week we do this Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States of America. And thank you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here.
Thank
You're
you for
awesome.
having me.
Are you gonna remember to say it this week?
Yes.
What are you gonna say?
Over and out.
Roger that. Over and out. This is why we can't have nice things. Good night, everybody. Have a good week.